Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. How you doing? Thank you for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
But sometimes we use other people's experience to learn in life. But because people don't speak out, they don't say it as it is, they just do motivation talk, it doesn't really make us to grab the message very well. But if they come out truly and tell us without being shamed their experience, they don't have to bring out all the details. It helps. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of experience I had. I was at peace, but at a point, I began to crave having another marriage because I lost my husband. In fact, next month is going to be 20 years. So about 5 years ago, I'm like, it's time for me to, my children are growing up, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, I think I want to remarry. And I discussed with my children. And my children said, why not? They said, if you find somebody. But the only thing my children were saying then was, Mommy, not a Nigerian man. I said, why? They said, Mommy, you know Nigerian men. Oh, they are somehow. I said, but you guys are Nigerians. They said, no, you didn't bring us up the way most of these men, we are our friends, the way they talk about their dad and all that, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, these children, no. I said, okay, no problem. I said, but if it is, I move only with Nigerians. So it might be tough for me to go for another place. I mean, another set of people. They say, why don't you join? In fact, at the point they joked that maybe they should link me up with somebody. I said, don't link me up. I don't want. Let me meet somebody I want by myself, okay? So they said, no problem. So along the line, my children are right. Yeah. So along the line, I met somebody who love bombed me. And remember, me, I was ready too. So this person came and love bombed me. Love bombed me so give me chance to even think. And I thought that was love. This is why I said anybody can be a victim until you learn. And experience, they say, is the best teacher for every one of us. Every one of us. Experience is the best teacher. I got to the gym today. I couldn't go in because mo fẹ́ kanra mọ́ anybody. Yes, he is a Nigerian man, a Yoruba man. So he loved me so much. And I thought that was love. Because I was ready for love at that time. I didn't take time to really be like, this is too, And before I could say what was happening, he proposed. I told my kids. And I remember one of them said, Mommy, is it not too early? I said, yeah, I think it's early too, but let's just see. So they had their reservation. He so much love bombed me, he wanted to be giving me monthly allowance. That should have been my red flag. Sometimes we need to learn for our heads to be correct. If we no learn, our head no go correct. I don't want to talk much. So he wanted to place me on monthly allowance. I said no. Number one, I'm not used to collecting money from me. I just felt this is not. I'm not dating you for money. So why would you want to give me money? He said, that means I don't want to. I said, no, it's not because of that. I just feel it's not right time for me to take money from you. So I didn't collect the money. Before I would say what was going on, boom, we don't do traditional. Shortly before that traditional, I began to see some things. I'm not going to talk deeply into it. One day, I'll be able to talk about, because honestly, there is a lot to learn from it. Before I could say what was going on, we don't do traditional. That was when I knew I made a big mistake. I shouldn't have done this. So I want to relate it to this lady's case. What's her name again? Emanuela. I want to believe immediately Emanuela got into Kwamon's house. I want to believe it's at that moment she would be like, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Waiting that lady high see, she no go fit talk. Me, I no see anything, no. I no go lie. I no give the relationship to show me shege before I waka comot. And this is where I now pride myself. That yes, I did well for myself. I looked out for myself. You know, she endured for a while. She endured for a while, and I won't blame her at the same time. But sometimes the red flag is always right before us. The signs are there before us. But because of desperation, or because we think we have stayed single for too long. And this could even be useful to women that are, ladies that are not even married. Okay? This could be very beneficial to even ladies that are not married. Please don't let anybody rush you. Take your time. Because that was my own mistake. And I want to believe it's the same thing was with Emanuela. Because before we hear say then they date, boom, we dey hear say they won't do it traditional. Like play. Now so they do traditional. So it's almost similar. Don't allow anybody to rush you. A man who rushes you is rushing you for a reason. My own case is different in the sense that I didn't stay long. Immediately I started noticing, this is not what I want. This is not what I prayed for. Now by myself, I start fights so that I can run away, finally. I start fights, and my fight was very genuine. But some other people would have said, kini kan, give it a chance. Ma binu, kini kan, wo kini kan. No. It was very easy for me. I just start fights. Now me start the fights because I needed to run for my life. Now that time I cherish being single. Sometimes you don't know what you have until you lose it. It was that period I began to understand what peace of mind really means. It was at that point I began to understand what inner peace means. Auntie me, your case is far, far different too, but I understand the angle you are coming from. You won't even go near K1 in the first instance. You are right. You are right. But it's very likely I go for somebody like him if I don't know who the person is. Because that was almost like the thing that happened to me. The person can hide their true identity until they get you. And once they get you, the identity comes out. It is now left for you to either embrace that identity and stay or to leave. It doesn't matter how early. Me, I was not even counting this. I don't care at that point. When I called my best friend in Nigeria, I told her, my friend, I said, Ore, bye, in Shelley. She said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm opting out. She said, wow. I said, yes. She said, to the Tinisuru lato doing. I said, no problem. But long she's a marini. I can't stay. I can't. When I told her the things I was going through, she never knew she was going to pass through the thing again. The same thing I passed through, she passed through it. And we were there for each other. Mine happened before her own. And, you know, I wasn't just ready, but I will tell you, it was at that point I know what it is to lose your peace. And I was craving my peace so much at that time, before I finally pull out. I was craving my peace, my inner peace, my inner vibe, my inner happiness. I was craving it. How will I get it back? Because I know the little one I had then, I know how it was. Then suddenly, I by myself, gave this peace out. By myself, I throw my peace, my happiness, my freedom. I threw everything away. And at that point, how do I get it back? Because at that point, I know it was very important for me to get my peace back, my happiness, and my self, because I was getting lost. I said, no, this is not me. I can't do this. You know, we have different stamina for wahala. Like I always say, me, I don't have stamina for marital wahala. And I give in my best when I'm into relationship. And apart from this one or two relationships that I had didn't end badly. It didn't just couldn't continue for one reason or the other. And that is it. We are not enemies. But this last one, Muni Mogbe, how did I find myself here? What at that point, I don't care what anybody will say. It's not about anybody. This is about me. This is about my life, my happiness, my peace. I'm the one that knows what is going on. I am the one that is not happy anymore. I am the one. I was happy before this. Then how come? I'm supposed to be happy in this. Why am I not happy? I began to question myself. Why am I not happy? And I began to see why I'm not happy. Then what is the solution? The solution is not even to mend anything. You can't change somebody that is old. You can't change a man that is fully formed. You can't change a man that has formed his ways. That is who he is. It's either you accept him like that and blend with it, or you opt out. You have an option. And for my own case, because of everything surrounding it, the only option I have is to take a walk. It was a shock for people involved, but it was the best decision for me. So this is about me, right? And you know what? Immediately, the day I took that final decision and I took a step out, it was as if a weight was lifted off me. It was as if a weight was lifted off me. And since then, of course, 1 or 2 months, ó fi mí, kì í ṣe pé ó fi mí pé mo lose èèyàn, pé mo kúrò ní, kì í ṣe pé ó fi mí pé mo kúrò nínú relationship. Ó fi mí pé mi bá má ṣe. That was the only pain. But will I stay on that? We are human beings. We are bound to make mistakes in life. We are bound to make mistake. Mistake is part of life. It should make you better. When you make mistake, you come out of it. You are not expected to fall into that same mistake again. Right? At that point, the next thing is you have to be very careful. The next thing is you want to. So the moment I discover that, oh, so this is what has been depriving me of my inner peace, because I lost that inner peace. Me, way besides, I be sleep like anything now. Now, so I go the roll on the bed. I go the roll on the bed. Me, I get eye bag before now, so my eye bag double. That period. my eye bag. That's so it double. And honestly, since I found this my peace, I can't compromise it. No, I cannot. It even scares me. It scares me to even try, and if anybody will come into my life, that person has to understand me. That this is me, and this is, I will put it on the table. If it's not going to work, just work. But honestly, I am enjoying myself as I am, and I'm not even looking out for having a relationship because I don't want wahala. So this lady came out. She must have learnt her lesson. Take it or leave it. Because I'm very sure Kwamwon is not the only person she has tried to date before she fell for Kwamwon. All of us watching, watching, all of us female, because I know I have a lot of females watching. I know as we they watch, many are still craving to have a man. So this is why you cannot blame this lady for a mistake. Okay? You yourself, you don't chop breakfast well, but despite that, you are still craving a man. And I tell you, craving a man is natural. Just like men too. Single men too crave a woman. It is normal. Until you get to that age, until you get to that stage by yourself and say, it's a big deal, mom. Until then, you will continue to crave. You will continue to crave until you get to that stage. Until you accept. And like I told you, so many women will never accept, no matter how old they are. I know somebody, that woman should be Aunty Babi, almost 10 years lower me. I never see where a woman, they crave man like that in my life. This woman don't shop, no be small breakfast from me. They can't shake the way that they take a high see. Some will do her, some go chop her. After chopping her for 1 or 2 months, they will not pick her call again. And yet, how do you, let me I no talk. Make it no beside they put women down. I forgive you signs of women that will always, that when you see them, you will know these ones are still craving man. No matter their age. There are signs. When I see such women, I know just like my mom craving for a man, 70-year-old grandmother. There is nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. It is who she is. It is who she is. There are so many women like that. Some in their 80s. And you'll be shocked that at that age, they still want a man. That is who they are. It is not something that is very easy. It is not everybody. Arole, good morning. It is not everybody, every woman that has that strength to say, I am done with a man. It is not all women. It doesn't make them a bad people. No. It is just their weakness. It is just their weakness. And number 2, you know, sometimes when you have good people around you, it helps. When you have people who can hold your hands, when you are going through some issues, it helps. Okay? It helps. For example, number 1, like I always tell you, me, I love myself. And I always look out for myself. Maybe because I love myself, it made it easy for me. Then my children are so loving too. You see, there is another woman that I will tell you about. This woman to love, she craves for men. But the time she was craving for men, she had issues with her children. So she was seeing those men as her strength to pull through. When her children now changed and now started showing her love, she now became focused. Now she doesn't care. So sometimes if you don't have people around you, it affects some people. Well, one thing I would say, and that's why I keep preaching on self-love. Self-love. Self-love is very, very key. How do you identify if you love yourself? Prioritizing yourself in situation. For example, you and a man, you are together, and things are happening. How do you know if you love yourself? What is going on? Is it going to, the way the thing is going on, is it going to affect you, or is it going to affect the man? If it's going to affect you, if you love yourself, then you do something about it. If you love the man more than yourself, you will not bother, even if that thing is killing you. That is how you know you don't love yourself. For example, women that live in abusive marriage and they stay put, we can define such women as women who don't love themselves. They love the man more than themselves, or they are obsessed with that man, or they are trauma bond with that man. And such people don't love themselves. People who love themselves do not stay where there is abuse. They run. They hide. They save themselves. Some women have low self-esteem. Such women will crave attention of men. Without men, they feel incomplete. This is why we preach also. Build your self-esteem. Some women, until a man tells them they are beautiful, they don't believe they are beautiful. I have encouraged you. One of the ways to build your self-esteem, stay in front of your mirror. Have mirror in your house. Don't wait for anybody to tell you you are beautiful. Tell yourself you are beautiful. Look at yourself in the mirror. Do it consistently. Do it regularly. It will build your inner confidence. Dress good. Use good perfume. They build inner confidence. Have your own money. That one is the real cocoa. A woman that has to wait on men to spend is doomed already. Have your own money. Take care of yourself. Take care of your own needs. Don't wait for a man to do it. Be self-sufficient. Do what makes you happy. It's not everything a man has to dictate for you. Don't lose yourself in a relationship. The moment you lose yourself in a relationship, you are finished. There was a time somebody called me. Good enough, I don't know her name and I don't have her number. And I don't have her number again. Even though I would have still loved to have her number. So once a while check on her, but I lost her number. She's called me one day and said, I think I've mentioned this thing. I said, Auntie, she was crying. I said, what's going on? She said, okay, somebody said my mom spends all her entire money on a man. You see? Obìnrin tí ò bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀, á máa fọ́kùnrin lówó. Tí n bá yẹ lówó àzọkùnrin wà dówó mi padà. Tó o bá dá padà ò lè nísinmi. Mi tí ẹ lè ṣe yẹn mọ́ná, mi lè yọkùnrin lówó mọ́. Mo ti ṣe rí. Mi sọ pé mi ò ṣe rí. This lady now said she is a single mother. Okay. I said, I'm single mother. To kilo shele. She lives in US. I said, you live in US. She says she has a good job. I said, okay. What is really the problem? She said she has never seen anybody to tell her she's beautiful. I said, must somebody tell you you are beautiful? She said the man she was married to for years never complimented her for one day. I said, and you cannot compliment yourself. She said, because she thinks she's not beautiful. I said, send me your picture. She now sent me her picture. No, she didn't want to send it earlier, initially. She said, I don't want to send it. I said, why? She said, I'm big. How big? She said, I'm very big. I said, okay. How about what? If you are big, uncle? She said, it's one of the reasons. And she too, I said, send me that picture. She now sent me a picture. When I saw the picture, I said, you are not big. She said, I'm big. I said, okay, let's even assume you are big. Yes, you are big, which is not a sin. If you don't like as you are, there is nothing you can do. She said she's depressed. She doesn't like going out. I said, then you don't love yourself. Do you want to live? Excuse me. My brother Alijoka, Ujumore. I said, do you want to live? She said, yes, she wants to live. You want to live. And no. At that point, she said she feel like she should just take something and go. I said, because of what? He said, because that is how she feels. I said, have you tried to see a therapist? She said, yes, but it's not working. I said, it's not working because you are not allowing it to work. I said, okay, let's assume the way you look, you don't like it. There's something to do about it. Go to gym. Eat less. Then you lose weight. I say, even because having weight, too much weight can even affect your health. Now you don't like it. Go to the gym and reduce what you are eating and eat healthy. Do some intermittent fasting. It will help you. She said she's always depressed, blah, blah, blah. And you know, depression tablets sometimes make some people big. So probably the tablets who was helping her to grow big. I now said, look, I now sent a picture, but covered the face of the person. A picture of somebody that I know who was bigger than her. If then they say big women, they get confidence, I give it to that woman. That woman is size 54. Because my person where I sell close to. And size 54. I say, you are just size 20. You said you are big. I said, this woman is 54. Do you see the way she packaged herself? I said, I would have sent you a video. This woman gets confidence. The way she they carry herself, you don't go no say you will not get body self, cannot carry yourself the way she carry herself. With so much confidence and boldness. I said, this is something you have to build in yourself. Keep telling yourself that you are beautiful. Keep telling yourself you are big, bold, and beautiful. Dress your size until you go down. But I said I will encourage you. Do not do you know I am still strong in financial? I said I sold my Camry to rent a house to run away from my marriage. I really need counseling concerning how to be financially free. I have a 13-year-old. I want to believe you are an adult. As a 13-year-old. Number one, if you are into business, I want to believe you have something you are doing. You will cut down on your expenses. Cut down on your expenses. Don't live flamboyantly. Don't live in an expensive place until you can afford it. That is one of the freedom to financial and to have financial power. If you have one job, find another job to add to it. Create multiple streams of income. What you don't need, don't buy. What you have to buy, make sure it's very, very important. I found myself in the situation with 3 kids before, where to feed, I'm very sure you will be surprised, to feed became very difficult.